And next, I kind of wanted to touch on this too. Everybody has been guilty of it at some point, and that's being judgmental. Judging, oftentimes we judge one another. Oftentimes, man, it doesn't matter what it's about, but we judge one another. But you actually explained something to me a while back. How much alike do you think we actually are? Although we like to judge the other person, how much are we actually alike the person that we're judging? And should we judge?
Yeah, I think God gives us the person that we criticize, that we critique. He gives us that person as our mirror to reflect back to ourselves our own imperfect internal components that need growth. And so the other person is not so much a curse or a burden. The other person that's hard for us to deal with is our blessing, because they teach us about the unhealed and the undeveloped parts of our own inner being, our own souls. And so the other person is really not separate and apart from us. That is only an illusion to think that you're separate from me and I'm separate from you. Spirit cannot be demarcated. Spirit cannot be compartmentalized. It cannot be categorized. And so until we are able to see the other person as myself and see myself as the other person, and that the compassion and the grace that I extend to the other person is also an extension of grace and compassion to myself, because the spirit and the life that is in that other person is my life. It's only the teachings of the world that has separated us into making us think that souls can be cut in half. Humanity has one universal soul, and we're all individuated expressions of that individual soul of humanity. That's why our common salvation is tied together. And so I cannot be concerned only about my spiritual evolution without being concerned about every human being's spiritual evolution on the face of this planet, because that's how our divine creator set it up that way, that we think that we're separate and apart. But my enemy is an expression of the part of myself that needs to be healed the most. And it is only when I can embrace that enemy and take that enemy into my own circle of concern, and I begin to pray for him or her, that I find the compassion to be less judgmental of my own brokenness. Saints are not those who are sinless. Saints are those who have come to discover how sinful they are and how much they need the grace of God and the forgiveness of God in their own lives. And it's only when I can realize how much I am broken and stand in the need of God's grace and forgiveness that I can then extend that to other people, even to my enemies.
Wow.
If I withhold it from them, God has fixed it in such a way that I'm withholding it from myself.
Wow.